JC, back in town after a stretch of 6 consecutive games on the road for the Moose on either side of the All-Star break, and it concluded, interestingly, with a long travel day, a bit of difficulty getting out of Minneapolis. As a player, does that wear on you at the end of a time away, or is it just kind of part of the process?
I mean, it's kind of, it's out of your control, and, you could be bussing, but we were definitely up early, and it was a full day, so get out on the ice early this morning, and then now guys can go home and, kind of get their affairs in order and chores done, and then get an early sleep tonight, and 2 games this weekend, big ones.
A couple of days since the game in Grand Rapids, a chance to process it as a team. How difficult is it to play that well and not get any points to show for it?
Yeah, it's kind of, even you go back to the Rockford game, there's always those games that stick in your mind where it was right there, but whether, the circumstances, you got to find a way to close it out. We could have closed it out probably before that. We had a couple chances to score, so just bearing down and, knowing the clock.
Well, in terms of the game itself, though, if you look at the tape, I'm sure you see, even from memory, you could see that there's probably 57, 58 good minutes, both in Rockford and in Grand Rapids. Are there things that you can take from that as a team to move forward with?
For sure. I mean, we were in control of the game. We didn't give them much, and we had lots of chances and good looks. So, we could score a few more, and then we wouldn't be in that situation where it's only a 1-goal lead. But, at the end of the day, lots of games are only 1-goal leads, and got to close it out in the last 5 there.
I know there's probably a frustration with the penalty kill at the end of the game, giving up a couple of goals, but a very unique situation, a 6-on-3, which you hardly ever see in the game, and then they get the 5-on-4 late. But generally speaking, what are your thoughts about the penalty kill lately? Because we saw some good nights from the team of late.
The penalty kill is great. I'm not going to get too much into the referee stuff, but anytime you're 6-on-3, they're probably going to score. So it's tough. It's tough when the PK's doing well, and then you get put in that situation. Then it kind of, then you're kind of looking at the PK. But no, after you watch the tape and everything, the PK's been really good, and guys are starting to, there's a synergy, I guess, where guys are reading off each other, and it's good.
Well, with that in mind, we should talk about the power play too, because we've seen consistency from the power play in recent games too, where you can almost count on a goal each night. And what's that do for a team's confidence, especially when 5-on-5 goals have been hard to come by?
It's good. Nowadays there's a lot more penalties, and whether we're on the power play or PK, but on the power play, it's a good opportunity for guys to, it's a privilege to be out there, and it's good to see guys taking advantage of it.
I wanted to ask you about it because you've been a guy who's always been there on the penalty kill over the years as a pro, getting more and more opportunity with the power play now. Is that a role you enjoy, and how have you taken to it?
Yeah, I mean, my first 3 years I was on the power play too, and then they kind of, I was kind of more of a PK guy. But, it's good to be versatile and, get different looks, and I definitely like being in front of the net, and I've been working on that a lot this year, just always staying in front of the net and, not necessarily going there, but just staying there for that extra couple seconds, finding you're getting a lot more opportunities.
Marty Johnston was saying recently that he felt like the league had taken another step forward here, that after Christmas you get a little bump in intensity and speed out of the All-Star break. Maybe things change as well. You've been around a while now. Do you notice that too, that the league gets more and more intense and quick as the season goes on?
Yeah, as a veteran, I always try to preach that to guys. The league does get better, and if you don't, you're gonna get left in the dust. And I think we've done a good job of, staying right there. We're in the mix of everything. We just got to take that next step and, get some wins over top of 500.
Last time you guys were at home, 5 wins and a shootout loss in 6 games. You start 6 at home now. Is there a feeling that you can put something strong together again this time around?
Yeah, for sure. I didn't come home for the All-Star break. I've been on the road for 3 weeks, I think. So I'm very excited to get back on MTS, and best ice in the league. So no excuses.